Drugs that alter consciousness are called psychoactive drugs. These drugs typically work by influencing or mimicking activity in neurotransmitters, chemicals that communicate messages between neurons. The main categories of psychoactive drugs are depressants, opiates, stimulants, and hallucinogens. Depressants, such as alcohol and sedatives, are psychoactive drugs that reduce neural activity and slow bodily functions. They can reduce anxiety, but they can also decrease social inhibitions and impair judgment. And because depressants impair coordination and perception, they increase the risk for car accidents and accidental injuries. Stimulants, such as caffeine, nicotine, cocaine, and amphetamines, are psychoactive drugs that increase neural activity and accelerate bodily functions. They increase heart rate, reduce hunger, boost mood, and speed thinking. Opiates, which are also called narcotics, include drugs such as morphine and oxycodone. They reduce pain, but they're also highly addictive. Hallucinogens, also called psychedelics, distort perceptions and trigger hallucinations. This class of drugs includes LSD, ecstasy, and mescaline. Many, but not all psychoactive drugs carry a risk for addiction, compulsive use of a substance despite harmful consequences. Even people who do not have a substance abuse disorder can still demonstrate drug dependence, in which drug tolerance and withdrawal symptoms are experienced if the drug is not taken. Drug tolerance occurs when there is a reduced response to a drug following repeated use. For example, cancer patients may depend on pain medication to reduce their suffering, but their body can adapt to these drugs, requiring larger doses to relieve the pain. Withdrawal symptoms are physically unpleasant symptoms that occur after a person abruptly reduces or stops long-term use of a drug. These symptoms occur because the body has altered patterns of neurotransmitter and hormone release to counteract these drugs. Eventually, people who are addicted require the drug just to feel normal and avoid these symptoms. Each drug produces a different withdrawal pattern, and withdrawal from some drugs, such as alcohol, can be life-threatening. Whether or not someone develops an addiction depends on a number of biological and environmental factors. The brain's reward circuitry consists of clusters of neurons in the prefrontal cortex and the midbrain that release the neurotransmitter dopamine. Any pleasurable activity, from eating to sex to hearing your favorite song, activates these circuits. But different people have different types and amounts of dopamine receptors. And those who are genetically predisposed to have fewer receptors or an underdeveloped reward system are more prone to addiction. Prenatal exposure to psychoactive drugs can also influence the development of this system, increasing this risk. The age at which psychoactive drug use starts can also be predictive of addiction. Most people who become addicted to drugs begin use in adolescence. This is one of the reasons that laws have restricted sales of nicotine products to minors and banned advertisements targeting teenage users. Addiction is also more likely to occur in individuals who have an impulsive, risk-taking personality and those who struggle with self-control. It is particularly linked to the tendency to focus on immediate rewards rather than long-term gains. Finally, individuals who are prone to depression or anxiety may use psychoactive drugs as a coping mechanism. They may drink to numb feelings of pain or to decrease their shyness around others. Other key environmental factors include access, modeling, and life stress. Easy access to drugs increase the risk for both experimentation and addiction. The modeling of substance use by others also matters. Teenagers are more likely to try drugs if substance use is common in their family or peer groups. Life stress and lack of parental supervision can also increase the risk for substance use problems.